to the world of ability. You are in the right place at the right time. Even though I'm running late today, this is a unique day because Happy Festivus! That's what's happening here today. It is all things full force, full steam ahead. We've got a room full of people, literally in the house and online here, ready to have some fun and share all sorts of good things. But speaking of sharing good things, there's one amazing thing that's going on right now that I'm going to go ahead and pull up because, hey, do you know that the Winter Olympics is actually happening right now as we speak? I'm just hopping on to see. This is the live stream of it. What is happening right now? This is some replay of the Olympic Games opening. This I see it. This is actually what's happening in Milan right now. So amazing things happening around the world, and I wonder how many people are tuning in to see what's happening. But they are full speed ahead with the Winter Olympics right now. So if you have a chance to hop on and enjoy any of this, there's nothing quite like the Olympics. It really is a wonderful way to bring people from across the world together. And, that is what we're all about, is bringing people together. It's all about community and having some fun. So that is, here, I'm going to stop my share so we can always hop back to that later if we want to tune in to see what's happening. But I've some amazing, amazing people to introduce here. I'm going to just briefly introduce Mark, and then I'm going to bring Phil in to join our conversation. But first up here, Mark Isaac Potter is in the house. How are you today, Mark? Oh, let's see. I got to get you unmuted there. We can't hear you yet. And momentarily here, I'll be interrupting to send off our crew because scavenger hunt is supposed to be starting. So we got to get that going here as well. But let's see, Mark, you're still muted. How do we get you? There we go.
I thought I unmuted. Hello, everyone. Good to see
Welcome.
you.
Good to see you.
Glad you're having a wonderful, busy day. That's beautiful. So, yeah, things are good here and just about as they usually are. No big changes. Got a guest later on my own show, a man named Bruce Lasner.
Excellent.
And I've been writing this week, of course, and sending things out. So yeah, nothing much out of the ordinary, pretty much the same stuff.
Well, that's going to be fun, though. You got a show coming up in just a little bit yourself with a guest.
Yeah, 11:45 with a man named Bruce Lasner, who's with a group called USANA, which does medical, not medical, but scientific health related stuff. I don't know a lot about it yet, but
You will soon.
it's good to be with everybody. You got go ahead and introduce everybody else.
Excellent. Well, we have a wonderful friend that actually I'm not trying to think how long it's been that we've known the one and only Phil Vitrano with Helpopedia. Phil, so glad you are here. How you doing today?
Thank you, Sue, and thank you, Kurt, for inviting me to your Festivus event. And I'm certainly excited about your podcast too and live streaming efforts and all the support that you guys are providing. You guys should start your own Olympic Games.
I love that. That's perfect. Yeah, because with our scavenger hunt starting soon, once they're ready to go, I will share some details with you guys. But before that happens, Phil, you want to tell us a little bit more about Helpopedia and the Special Needs Directory Project? I want to hear more.
Sure. So we started a nonprofit organization, a 501(c)(3), back in 2021. And the purpose of it is to service and support parents and students in helping them prepare for life, school, college, and careers. And one of the particular niches that we were supporting was, and always been supported, is the special needs. And we were fortunate to encounter a father. His name is Chris Myers, who had this vision and started something special, a special needs directory for Memphis, Tennessee. and he got that up and running. And for a variety of reasons, he wanted to make improvements, but the person that he was partnering wasn't able to invest any money in it. So they came to Helpopedia to see what we can do. And we are on this amazing journey to not only create a special needs directory, but to create a robust, thorough directory where folks can come to get serviced and supported. We've done a lot of analysis on directories, and there's no robust one, and it's like they pick and choose the top 30 or 40 different links that they want to give for folks and families. There are some directories that are state specific, but there's no nationwide and specific directory, and we came up with 140 categories. So there's nothing like it online. So this is something that we're excited. We were able to raise $15,000 to help our cause, and we've been connecting with a superstar in his name is Adam Dicker, and he's helping us tremendously, being able to create the long list of directory links that we need to view and validate and verify. We didn't have the technical expertise. We were doing this manually, and I was doing with the interns. So it was a slow progress, slow process. But we've made some incredible progress in the past month.
Very
Awesome.
beautiful. And like I try to frequently say, Phil, you're always welcome on my podcast.
Thank you, Mark.
Just my name is pretty unique, so if you type my name into the internet, you should be able to find me, or just get a hold of Sue or Kurt. They have my info, and I can put things in the chat if there is a. Is there a chat function today?
Yes, there
Yeah.
is.
Because I'm gonna put my new number. I lost my phone about, oh, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months ago due to non-payment. I didn't have the
Sorry to hear that.
money. So in the last, I don't know, few months, I've used a different phone. Here, I'll put that in.
Excellent.
You technically didn't lose your phone. You just the services stopped.
No, I just could. I had 5 phones and I couldn't pay the bill. So I bought one for my sister and I used the other 4 for content creation.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean it was my own fault, but I'm usually pretty upfront about my failures and misgivings. I usually don't share about my successes or anything.
So
Because
He's a
Mark,
little humble.
there
Mark, you're
is
the
a book, there is a book somewhere that says to do life that way. It's not very common, but
So
you
Mark, you're
kind
the
of
first
play.
person
Go
who I
ahead.
ever met who shared with me that they had 5 phones. And it's almost like
Okay.
one for each finger.
No, I would use them if you make a video on a phone and then you want to post it to a website. It usually takes a phone a long time to do that. So I would make a video on one and I'd start to post to Facebook, and it would take it like 25 minutes to do that. So I just rotate through the 4 phones. The 5th one was my sister's. My sister couldn't find a phone that worked, and
Mm.
so I bought her a very top end phone that hopefully would work. So yeah, you guys are great. I just love you guys and all the things you do throughout the week. And I sometimes tell about my own life. I'm just a simple guy, a poet and a story short story writer and from Ohio, very small town in Ohio. So live in California for about 50 years now. So not much else to tell. In fact, I'll probably get off here pretty soon. Just let you guys chatter away. But Phil, like I say, you're always welcome, okay?
Thank you, Mark. I see your email. Thank you.
All right. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Enjoy your show. Looking forward to hearing more.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's overly humble. So he's definitely worth reaching out and connecting with and being on with him because he's been doing a ton. Let's see.
I can imagine with 4 cell phones, you could do a ton.
Yeah, you can totally do a ton. Here, give me just a quick second. I'm trying to catch a note here from Kurt. Actually, can you tell us a little bit more if people want to connect more with Helpopedia and everything you're doing? You want to go ahead and share that info here too?
Sure, sure. So let me do a little copy and paste and see if I could do verbally at the same time. It's like chewing gum and walking. So so we could be contacted at helpopedia.org, and the way to spell Helpopedia is certainly the capitalized help word and then IPEDIA. So kind of like Wikipedia, it's help and there's a pip in pedia. So helpopedia.org, and that's our website. You could certainly contact us through there. And then I'll also provide my individual contact information for folks who are able to access the chat.
And I'm actually going to go ahead and share. I'm pulling up the website right now as well. And give me a moment here to click some buttons and everybody can see exactly what it looks like.
Yep. And we haven't gone live with the special needs directory. It's a work in progress, but we will certainly let everyone know when it's up and running. And
Empowering
there we
youth,
are.
transforming lives.
And that's our co-founder, Laura Lynn. There's our some of our community partners. There's a join us button. And then requesting help. And we have 2 meetings per week. One Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's our parents and students support group. And then on Thursdays, we have a special needs support group. Thursdays at 1 p.m. As well. And you could find us on Meetup as well if you looked up Helpopedia. And you can jump on our support groups at any time and ask for help. We believe that asking for help is an important quality to be able to be humble and know that there's experts out there. And it's certainly something that we promote and encourage parents to share with their kids, to ask for help and support. They can't possibly know everything. Even CEOs are constantly asking for help. So if a CEO can ask for help, why not you?
Yeah, that is perfect that anybody can ask. And you're right. Asking for help is a really, really good thing. It's brilliant because how are we supposed to know this stuff? I mean, really, you don't know what you don't know, and people have gone ahead and learned things. That's what's so wonderful. Helpopedia and with what you do, Phil, there's so much information that you have learned along the way, and a lot of it you learned the hard way because you didn't have somebody to help point the way. So the fact that you're helping others to streamline the process and not have to hit every bump in the road. That makes a big difference. I love that that's where your heart is to help others.
Absolutely. And it's like when you do something for the first time, it's very difficult to excel in any of thing. And so if you don't have go-to people, you want to find that those people who know the go-to people. So networking is really a valuable activity to encourage your kids as well as yourselves to surround yourself with people who know a lot of people so that when you do need help, you can go to that person and say, hey, I'm looking for this type of support and help, which is something that's a good philosophy to have, to know as many professionals as possible.
Yeah, it makes a difference because that's one of those things when you're, especially like a high school student, you don't know what that means. You don't, zero chance I would have actually understood that. And even, because it's intimidating to think like, oh, I want to do, let's see, when I was in high school, I found a career called medical microbiology. Why did I find that? It's like I knew I liked medical-ish things and I knew I loved microscopes and I found this thing that's kind of sort of combined them, but I can't say that I really understood what it was. I didn't know anybody who did that. I didn't know, and even if I found somebody, honestly, I probably would have been intimidated to just be like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" But if somebody would have been able to introduce me to somebody like that, that'd be a whole new ball game,
Yes, and then showed you how,
Uh-huh.
right, and prepared you for those conversations. I've had conversations with students. I wanted to introduce this student was very interested in music, and she practiced. It was she wanted to go to school for music, and I said, "Hey, I'll connect you with a professional person who does this for a living." She was so intimidated, wanted nothing to do with being introduced to someone. So the valuable lesson here is that you're every kid is different and unique. And if you're not preparing them to take advantage of opportunities because you're not thinking in those terms. So this
Mhm.
was totally new for her. And when something's new for her, where the parents weren't introducing her to adults before, so now this is something totally new and and she was totally scared of, and the intimidation factor of, no matter how much I presented her that the professional singer is going to have zero expectations of you. All you have to do is say hi and she'll do all the talking. Even with those parameters, it was still the fear factor and the barrier that she built to protect whatever she was protecting, and then I'm not a major in psychology, so I'm not sure what the challenge was, but I knew that she was definitely not prepared. And so this is something that is a valuable lesson for those who are listening, that, oh, I never thought of that. I wonder how many times my son or daughter is going to have opportunities that they won't take because I didn't prepare them, and or they didn't have a mentor to help them along this journey as well.
Yeah. Oh, gold right there. Olympics, bar none. What you just said is
Do you have the Chariots
gold.
of Fire theme?
Yes. I see him running down the beach now. Awesome. That because really you can get leap years ahead in your whole process if you can get over because like I said, I can honestly, oh my gosh, when I think back to where I was at that age, I would have been that one where it's like, I don't know if I can have that conversation. I'm scared, but again, if somebody was there helping, I would have had that conversation. But that would have been a tough one for me because I was not out of my shell. I was
Yeah.
such an introvert. That would have been a little bit more because I did not know really until I took my first, let's say it would have been my third year in college, but my first year at Madison, and I finally took that class, that medical microbiology class, and that's when I realized, yeah, it's lab, yeah, it's all the, but it's 100% bacteria all the time. That's it. That's what it is. And that's where I was like, yeah, I like this stuff, but not that much. That was not what I thought it was going to be. That it was, I need to know everything inside and out about every bacteria that might be. No, I like bacteria stuff, and I even today I get to work with it. But if that's all I do all the time, that's just not gonna cut it. And I found out a little later than I would have liked.
So
But
Sue, that's a great example of you discovering what this was like and what you perhaps were going to sign up to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much easier if there's somebody who's already gone down these journeys to say, here's all the options that I had. Here's the reasons I didn't take them. So what's interesting is I introduced one of my students to my aunt who manages a hospital from a pathology perspective. So she was running 6 units. One of those units was what you're just almost describing, was a
Yeah.
biochem lab. And she shared with me there are over millions of types of bacteria, which was extraordinary to hear. And all those peach tree dishes, I don't care.
Petrie. Yep.
Petri, everywhere. They were everywhere. They had all this labeling system, but these folks, and it was predominantly women who were looking under those microscopes, identifying the bacteria that folks were being tested for, and it was all
Yes.
human analysis, but that's all they did
Yep.
every single day. So this is a great example of, is this something you want to do? And you hear from the stories of each person to know and understand how they got here, why they like it, and everything else. But without that, you're going blind. You're
Right.
These are blind spots that you have no idea that this is a particular career or an opportunity, and it's also not a carbon copy of every single job that does that activity. And that's the other
Right.
question is to explore that there can be people who do this some of the time, not all of the time. And so, and then you're being introduced. But the goal at the end of the day, regardless of what industry, what career, you want to be introduced to people who have the strengths and the talents that you are pursuing, that you want to
Mm-hmm.
be an expert in. And most people don't think of skill sets. They think of career, they think of job, but they don't think of skill sets. And so if we as a society worked in skill set kind of elements, that would be helpful for students as well as for people who want to pursue these careers. For example, I had a student who loved astronomy. And I said, okay, do you want to study astronomy in school? Let's open up what the degree looks like. As soon
Mm-hmm.
as I open up the degree, how much physics there were. Well, this student didn't want anything to do with physics. So that astronomy dream, poof, just went like
Poop.
that. Because he didn't know what he was signing up to. He didn't know it,
Yeah.
explore it at all. And this was a blind spot for him. And so it's okay that he wanted to do that. It's that he didn't have the guidance or support. And you just take for granted that students have these ideas, but they don't know how to research it. They don't know how to ask questions to folks. So these are the challenges that students have, and we haven't done a great job in our society to help them with the exploration process. Right now, we focus on get that high school diploma. Let's hope you like these 3 or 4 science courses. Let's hope you like these math courses. Let's hope you like these English courses. Let's hope you like these history courses. Oh, by the way, the only history you're going to learn is world history and American history. We're not going to teach you the history of industry. We're not going to teach you a history of careers. We're not going to teach you the history of college. We're not going to teach you history for your future. How many students are going to be historians in life?
Oh, so much truth there. I see Helen has her hand up. Helen, come on in. And what do you have for us?
I just wanted to say this is an example, Phil, of why it's so important. What you said is just so spot on. But what I do as a school nurse and as a woman, a mother, a grandmother, is to say, great, you want to do that? Let's go visit a museum. And then there's so many aspects of astronomy that that kid could maybe end up working in. And so when somebody expresses what they really want to do,
Yes.
instead of one counselor saying, "Oh, well, you need all this physics for that," and dashing their dreams, that's where we play the Everyone Counts game show to say, how many different applications could somebody that has a passion for the stars be involved in? So that
Excellent point, Helen. I think you went muted.
There we go. Um,
I did because I was done.
Oh, okay.
yeah, just making sure.
Thank you.
Well, and you know what? I'm going to switch gears just briefly here, since there's one thing that's happening live right now that I want to bring up while it's still happening. Because when you talk about learning and being able to take advantage of resources, the Great Discovery is another resource that's out there that, like right now, they have an event going on here, and I actually am not, I'm seeing it on the screen right now, camera position. So there's actually a training happening. But the Great Discovery is a platform where it's free to be a learner. You can have your own learner account there, and there's a massive amount of information on there that you can learn whatever topic you're interested in. And if you're somebody who's a content creator, that's a place too where you can actually have an account where you can post your stuff. You can actually have a place for others to access your content and be able to be a creator within that community. And I'm hearing a dog that wants to come in, so I'm gonna have to stay out for a second here. But again, they have lots and lots of opportunities like this where they have free events going on that you can take part in. And let me see if I can quickly pull up as well the actual website for the Great Discovery. It's opening. As soon as it's open, I will share.
Yeah, it's in the chat. So people can click on that, and then you would go under Kurt and Sue's line. And then also, there's a lot of us in Helpopedia involvement that have our own channels. So our challenge now is to figure out to actually build the framework and to know who to put, like, we want to identify the people who love to sell and like to take free courses. So if their role on the team would be to tell people this course is going on right now. So if you're considering exploring this field of study or as a career, this is something you could do for free. So that's where this all weaves together. And so I needed to wait till my Social Security check came in, and I cobbed on and bought a content creator. So, and the cool thing about content creators is it is lifetime storage of our things. So I could die and all of my nursing framework, which is free, because the people who have a passion for heart and the parents who are or any of the family members that are helping navigate the system like a snowplow, they're the pioneers. They're the experts in advocacy. They're the experts in their person's unique abilities so that they know how to relate. So, for instance, that gal that froze was like, oh, a famous musician. Oh, what can I do? Instead, we might approach it with the parent that says, how do you introduce new things to this child, or the teacher, the special, the in the school, the IEP. So that's where I, as a school nurse, said every single person and every adult, including the kids, needs their own iHelp. And that's an individual health, education, leadership plan. Humans are lifelong learners, and we deserve to have a happy childhood throughout our life, because the inner child, if it's wounded, it will be scared to do new things. So we have to be paired with people that they know, like, and trust. And that means we adults, adults that are closed-minded, closed-hearted, and yell and call somebody else stupid or crazy. How do you think that would make anybody feel? So in Wellness Weavers, if somebody does that to another person, they immediately get put into the waiting room where a trained professional. So if it's my thing and I'm the highest trained person of a school nurse that was trained as a child care health consultant and in processing trauma, because somebody that does that actually has, it's the big, they throw their flag like a flag on the play, the yellow flag, a flag on the play, and they're offsides, so I'm looking for the people that are referees, the people that know their sports and can be the commentators, and then they're the ones that and if they get the certifications in social emotional character development, and that's where the preschoolers and the teachers and the good parents that allow everyone to speak. So that's the real guts of the Everyone Counts game show in small circles. So thank you for letting me speak.
Excellent. Well, and Phil, I'm wondering if you want to, do you want to deep dive just for a moment here with the special needs directory project and support group? I actually need to step away from my computer for just like a minute. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Sure. Now we'll go to a commercial break, and we'll talk about the special needs directory and the support group. So thank you, Sue. So we, as we earlier mentioned, we're working on a special needs directory where it's quite robust to help families, to help folks with any sort of special needs or disabilities of all types. We're slotting them using keywords to help them find the information that they're looking for. We have a number of folks who are experts in the special needs industry who are also helping us and supporting us to ensure that the user experience that the folks are going through is smart. And one of the concerns they've had is families have run into some different organizations that may have not met their needs. And this is something that they're very in tune, that we're in tune with, as understanding, just to validate and verify that the links we're providing is helpful and valuable. So we're proposing to include ratings associated with families to help us rank the individual organizations to support the folks who are looking for either products or services. It could be in-service or virtual service as well, to help them with the challenges that they have. So we have a support group every Thursday for special needs, and it's at 1 o'clock. And it's also on our meetup page. And you can come in at any time. You get an hour free of no charge at all, access to resources to help you navigate any challenge that you're facing, whether it's housing, whether it's transportation, whether it's education, whether it's careers, the whole gamut. You could feel free to come in and visit and ask us anything. And we'll even set up a breakout room if you're uncomfortable sharing it with a group, what the challenge or the issue is. So we're very, it's a safe environment that folks, anyone who goes there, they care and they want to help. And so this is the culture that we have, and that's the mindset that we have to help and be supportive of anyone who approaches us, regardless of the challenges that they're facing. We're there to help.
That is so incredibly valuable. And I think anybody who's in that position that needs that, whatever that resource piece is, it goes back to that whole part of you don't know what you don't know. And the amount that you could discover just from having a conversation, you might be thinking, well, I know I need help in this certain area, but as the conversation progresses, it's like, oh, there's this, that I didn't know that existed. I didn't know this was a thing. And there's so many good things that come from that. But when you bring a community together, the possibilities are endless. And that's where I wish there were more groups like this. I'm actually surprised there's not. And that's where you guys need to have this be not the best kept secret. You guys need to be out and well known so that people know where this resource is. So I'm
So that's a
glad you're
great
here.
point. That's a great point, Sue. So we're hoping when we create a special needs directory and we're showing the folks in the industry what we've created and they could see the value of it, that it goes viral, that they will be promoting the special needs services so that folks can access all the options that they have to support them. And that's what the other element of this I was describing, the verification of the links, but we also want them to be aware of what their options are. And there's some that we're not going to be able to vet, but we don't want them not to have the information. But we'll be managing that expectation to them, and we'll actually be providing them pointers of how to vet folks to help them in this decision that they have, because we think it's very smart to shop around and to have second opinions. So I know a lot of examples where people are visiting doctors and they put all the trust into that one doctor, but not necessarily does it always go well. And so one of the methods of reducing that risk of not going well is getting other opinions, because the training that that doctor has gone through doesn't mean that that's the training that the other doctors have gone through too. They're all learning in different fields in the hospitals, as well as schooling, and they all specialize these days. And so I know through experience that I've had difference of opinions and different diagnosis. And so with that in mind, and what's the downside? That you have to make another trip to a doctor so that they could see you to get an expert opinion, because some of the decisions that you're making are significant too. Whether it's the meds you're taking, whether surgery is required, all of the facets of keeping your health. So this is the special needs directory that we're building. We're hoping that we're not the best kept secret if everyone's utilizing our special needs directory as a resource. And we think that it's going to be so good and so powerful that other folks who are interested in creating their own directory follow our lead, because there's not a lot of good, like you could Google things and you're not going to necessarily get what you want on the first page. So that's another example.
Knowing where to dig in and find what you need is big. So what is the current status right now of the directory? How are you bringing more resources in, and what needs are there right now? What types of things are you looking for to add?
Excellent. That's a great question. So I'm waiting for our saving technology guy to provide us with the data dump of the links so that we can go through them. He has ways of identifying and classifying and tagging them as for keywords for the search process, and then we've got to vet it to ensure the accuracy as well as the so we definitely need manpower. And so one of the things that I was doing was going to volunteer fairs to look for people who are interested in helping us, because we do need sets of eyes to go through this. So we're always recruiting and helping and asking for help ourselves to perform this activity of going through the list, the database list of folks that are going to be on the directory.
So I love stories. Do you have some success stories you could share with us?
Uh, so, so that's a great question. So I'll share with you. I just recently, Tuesday, I shared what Helpopedia is all about, and she just had a conversation with her single daughter-in-law, and she's having challenges with her daughter, and that she has a condition, and her behavior is unacceptable in school, and she's not making any progress. And so this is an example of me connecting her with the resources who are in Florida to help and support the behavior challenges that she's having. And one of the great things is when I'm connecting them with a person, this person has been doing this for over 30 years. And so she recognizes that it's not just one thing, it's multiple things. And so these are the conversations that she will have with the mom to help and support her in ways that she may have not received before. And that's one of the things that we do our best in. And then I also got another person involved because you want to build a support team. And you don't just want one person, you want many of those people to have at your fingertips in case, the student is struggling or you're struggling as a parent. It works on both sides. It's not easy to be a parent. And so and especially a single parent, it just makes it that much more difficult. So the more people who are surrounding her to support her in ways that she never thought of before, or she didn't know where to go for this support. And thank goodness to grandma who introduced us, we made it happen.
Oh, that's beautiful. And yeah, the whole idea then of being able to bring people together. And as you're doing that, it right away is expanding the network that you have, because now you have another resource to add in. And so it keeps growing and growing. And actually, I think Trina's gonna like hearing with what Helpopedia all is and does as well. So we do have a couple friends joining us. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them on in here. Marianne of Waikiki is here. And we also have Trina Redmond joining us, and we've got a tradition going here on Saturdays with World of Ability, where they are diving in to the book that Marianne has written. And Trina's been giving us a chapter at a time. And actually, if you wanted to give me just a brief moment, if you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves, Marianne and Trina, I'll bring up that book trailer that we can share, and then you'll be able to dive into the book itself. But Marianne, you want to go ahead and say hi?
Hi, everybody. Hola from San Carlos, Mexico. It's 75 and sunny. I'm in my pool. I just got to rub it into you guys. So I know you may be, below zero there, but I'm below deck somewhere too. So anyway, welcome, Trina, again. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to have you. You're a daycare director up in Canada, taking care of the little kiddos and having carnivals up there. And we have another friend that's going to join us, Suzanne Pinto. I just spoke with her. She won a Guinness Book of World Records rowing excursion. I don't know what you call it. I listened to her presentation at San Carlos Yacht Club. So I just spoke with her. She said she'd be joining us as well. But
Nice.
yeah, this is our book, Underwater Acts of Kindness. And this chapter is called Peace, Love, Happiness, and Thanks. Now, the book was written for Animal Planet TV show Tanked. They built aquariums in Las Vegas. I did fly over to meet with them. The book is the characters' names. It's King Octo the Eighth, who teaches the signs of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. And Raymer the Trigger Clownfish, and the General is the dad. He was called the General on the TV show, but it's the General of the New Earth Army. But we have that as a mission of cleaning up the ocean. So that's a little background, but we did dedicate it to Boynton Slat of the Ocean Cleanup. And they have been in communication with me. They love the book, and they somehow put the book trailer out there because I got a book sale in the United Kingdom. So thank you. And I signed up to try to do the ocean cleanup fundraiser. So we'll look at that next month for World Water Day, March 22nd as well. And I talked to Rajiv. He joined us last year from the United Nations, and we're going to have a great speakers next month joining us. So take it away, Trina, or Sue. Could you be kind to play the book trailer, and we'll see if Sue Pinto is joining us.
Sounds good. Actually, Trina, you want to go ahead and say hello here, and then I'll go ahead and play that trailer before you read the chapter.
Okay, perfect. I don't have much time today, so I'm
Okay.
gonna pitter patter and get through this quickly. Sorry, I have to leave.
good.
But I'm Trina Redmond. I'm currently an EA in a French immersion school in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, Canada. And I have the training, the education to be a daycare director, and I have been over the years. and a family support worker with a Envision Support and Counseling Center and whatnot. And I am thrilled. I met Marianne in Mexico on a little adventure I took with my motorhome. And yeah, well, I'd say best friends, I would say. But anyway, I love her. She's very inspirational. I've started to write my own book thanks to her. So anyway, that's me.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go ahead and play that book trailer.
Listening to a story. Set sail with underwater acts of kindness. Join Noah, the hard-of-hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of Dod General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boyan Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your new Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
Okay, so we are on chapter 8, Peace, Love, Happiness, and Thanks. Over the next week, Noah fully regains his hearing and speaking abilities, continues to rebuild his strength, proving that he can once again reach high above the water by using his mighty pectoral fins. During this time, King Octo and Raymer arrive from the Big Island and are immediately pressed into action at the shipshape hospital and clinic. Yikes, says King Octo. These dear souls are in tremendous need of clean water. His heart goes out to all of them. We'll have to construct several of our biggest aquariums ever, Raymer adds. And we'll need the help of every ocean available creature. Flip and Flop race to get the word out. And hundreds of schools of fish, other helpers report for duty. Raymer organizes them into construction teams. The sandfish begin by building large mounds of sand along the shoreline. When they are finished, a band of sand crabs takes over, carefully moving the giant piles of sand out of the water and onto the beach. During this time, a group of sea turtles and monk seals collects driftwood. The wood would be needed to build a giant fire in order to heat the sand and turn it into glass. That afternoon, when the roaring blaze is lit, everyone watches over in utter amazement as the sand is transformed into beautiful panels of glass. It's magic, says Noah. Noah says to Splash. Once the glass is cooled down, the panels are moved into the water. Alpha, Beta, Splash, and Noah carefully swim the glass to an assembly zone. Together, they lift each massive panel, placing them corner to corner into position. The process is beautifully synchronized, like the underwater ballet. The team works throughout the day to construct several large tanks. Once the tanks are assembled, a pod of artistic grouper fish take out their pens and etch the words peace, love, happiness, and thanks into each pane of glass. Another team of artists uses a bright assortment of rainbow-colored sea glass and gemstones to create a dazzling stained glass effect. And for the final touch, coral, rocks, plants, and ornaments are brought inside to provide an inviting landscape on the floor. The only thing we now are filters to clean the sediment and pollutants from the water, says Raymer. Raymer takes out his shell phone and calls Frankie the lobster. Done, he reports. Frankie will deliver the filters on Friday. It won't be long before several of the world's biggest underwater aquarium tanks will be ready for their new residents. Through the small porthole windows, the young and old patients watch with great anticipation as their exquisite new dwellings are built. Cheers and smiles light up their faces. Soon this will be our new home, Splash tells them. Not all of the fish are joyous. Tears well up in the eyes of several of the young spotted boxfish. Why are you crying? She asks. Aren't you happy about having a new clean place to live? So much bigger and better than your crowded quarters? Through his sniffles, Bobby the boxfish musters a response. Seeing all of the colorful fish playing, swimming, and working together in the big ocean makes us feel lonely and sad, he says. Others chime in to express similar feelings. We miss our families and being in our schools, they say. Splash does her best to comfort the young ones. You won't be in the tanks forever, only long enough for you to get well, and then you'll be reunited and swimming freely again in the big ocean. That's chapter 8, everyone. On to chapter 9 next week. Thank you. I have to go. See you. Nice to see everybody again.
Thank you so much, Trina. Appreciate you. Have a great week.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, very good. So Marianne, do you want to come on in and share anything more here with what's all been happening in your corner of the world there and with actsofkindnessseries.com?
Oh, well, I have a photo here. This was when I went and visited the Animal Planet TV show Tanked when I first wrote the book. And so we had, I had created the slideshow presentation, and it's been great to have because we created the sizes of the books and all that. So anyway, it's good stuff. Suzanne Pinto is supposed to be joining us. She's having a hard time logging on, I guess. I emailed her. Could you be kind, Emily, to send me on my text the Zoom link so I can text it over to her, please? I don't have it. I just have it on email. And yeah, so
right.
just doing a lot of cleaning and talking to Brennan, very exciting. I have an idea to do a book signing on a catamaran, so I emailed them to see if we could do that on World Water Day. And in the ticket price would be a copy of the book, Cool Acts of Kindness for Land. So I'm jumping forward to next month. I was all excited yesterday. Now I'm exhausted, mental exhaustion, and going, why do you do this stuff? Why do you start this stuff? Why? And anyway, so now it's not like the regret, but anyway, it will be great fun once we get moving and grooving and people will be down here. So yeah, that's we did a lot of events last week, so we're just I'm just taking it easy. But we found out about a fundraiser with the ocean cleanup, looking into that a little bit more, and it just goes on the page. So that's what we're up to. So that is the ocean cleanup fundraiser page, I guess.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So I don't know how we could talk to them in regards to book sales proceeds goes to the ocean cleanup. But it's something to look forward to, I guess.
Excellent. We'll definitely look forward to hearing more on that. And I do see we have Dr. Ebony Baker is joining us too. I want to make sure to get her in here and joining our conversation because she's been an amazing guest already with us on our radio show on Wednesday night. And she's I'm going to say a newer friend through the Easy Way connection. So Dr. Ebony Baker, come on in. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you, Kurt, for inviting me. And yes, it's so good to be here with you guys. I definitely want to be getting to know you guys more. So it's always nice and pleasure when I get the invite to pop in.
Excellent. Well, you want to introduce yourself a little bit further here and if you want to tell us a bit about Easy Way and what you all do.
I love it. My name is Ebony Baker. I'm from Washington State. I am known as a commercial mortgage broker and a health and wellness coach. I am here to help serve you by getting your business to the bank and becoming bankable and scalable. I got connected with the Easy Way family, looking for more media networking environment and getting surrounded by the right people who were going to help me see my vision through. And I've gotten to do just that. Since I've been around the Easy Way family, I've gotten my honorary doctorate, where I get to grow in humanity and preaching to you all about how you need to get more money for your business, for your employees, for your family, you know, for the whole shebang. So that's my mission. That's my purpose. And of course, you have to stay healthy in order to be wealthy. So, hello, let's make it make sense.
I love it. Well, and so with all the things with Easy Way, how do people connect in with that? What's the best way for people to begin down that road? Because the Easy Way family offers so much. And I know even with as much as I know, I think I'm still scratching the surface there.
I love it. So you go to your app store and download the Easy Way app, and it's EZW. It's EZWAY, Easy Way. Download that app, and then you definitely need an invite code to get in there. So I can drop that in the chat here in just a second.
Excellent. And I think the first time I crossed paths with you may have been during one of the Easy Way pitch parties. And those take place every other Thursday evening. And those are packed with amazing individuals who bring such a wide variety and so much depth to what they all do in their individual professions and all the networking that takes place on those events. You want to tell us a bit more about how that all works too?
Yes, absolutely. The pitch parties are absolutely so much fun, and that's exactly how I got into the room. Was coming in, you're pitching your business, you're getting surrounded by so many other business entrepreneurs who have been in this, like serial entrepreneurs who know what they're doing. It's so great. And then you go into breakout rooms, and then you get more networking interaction, and then you're really just getting to know everybody out there from media, TV, music, fashion. It could be your fruit juice. It could be the water you drink. It could be health products. So many different people pop into these rooms, and they're absolutely amazing to come in and pitch your business. It's a lot of fun. Definitely recommend.
I love it. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Actually, I'm losing track. I think this coming Thursday is the next one, right? There was not one a couple days ago. So this next Thursday would be the next event.
That is correct. And I just dropped the link for the Easy Way pitch party invite. So if you don't download that app, you can definitely pop in the pitch party link.
Perfect.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, and I think I'm going to make a quick announcement on this end while I can here too.
Oh, I got a quick announcement before we wrap up. We have the Oscars. Yeah. We have the Oscars viewing coming up March 15th with the Easy Way family, where you get to come in and dress all fancy dancy and wear your best dress or suit and have dinner together and watch the Oscars viewing together. And also there will be an award ceremony during that time. And if you get involved this week, you'll be able to get in there and nominate yourself to receive, there's entrepreneurship, there's fashion, there's every kind of award you can think of is in there that you can nominate yourself for. So definitely something to get involved in.
That's amazing, because I was hearing a little bit of rumbling about this Oscar party, but I didn't realize all of that was going on. Oh my gosh.
It's the Oscars viewing. So everyone will get to be there together in their best dress. We're mini Hollywood going to big Hollywood together. Ah!
I love it. So that's a call out for everybody listening to participate in the Oscar party. That is going to be awesome. Oh my gosh. So many good things. So yeah, go check out Easy Way. I know you got the link for the pitch party in the chat. I'll make sure that it gets transferred over with the publication of this YouTube video so that that's accessible to everybody. And also then that Easy Way app. Can you believe I don't have the app on my phone yet, but before the day's done, it'll be on there. Because what the heck? How do I not have that on my phone yet? I will be going on and getting that done.
You better get your name, or you better get in that app, because that's where you're going to learn about everybody who's in the app, because a lot of them, yes, no, they do not show up, and a lot of them are private. And so if you really want to get the most out of the Easy Way, you got to be on that app, and you will not be disappointed.
Awesome. Because yeah, I've done a lot, because there's quite a bit online. Actually, I should pull that up as well here, because all the things that are available on on the website as well, easywaynetwork.com. Let me just pull this up and it's loading. Oh, I gotta log in. Hang on. Logging in and let me share my screen. You can get a glimpse of what it all is. It's still loading. There we go. So I'm still newbie. So it says I've been on here 2 months and I already have 66 profile views. That actually I think is amazing. So for the pitch party, I can copy the link here and share that with folks. As you scroll down, there is a calendar. I know Kurt's actually been really good about populating this calendar. This weekend actually for us is Festivus, and he's got that on here. It is right here. I'm going to click on that bad boy and bring it up because we have fun going on at the house right here, right now. Festivus in February started yesterday and it goes until late tomorrow. Well, we're all the way through the Super Bowl, and we'll have it on in the background, but we're going to still be playing games here. But I'm going to read this right off. Festivus in February is an annual event held the first full weekend in February at Roscoff Manor. That's here, but it's a hybrid and available at the Zoom link that we are literally on right now. And the link to that is listed here. Our mission is to provide a memorable experience filled with joy, excitement, delicious food, and endless fun. With a diverse selection of interactive games, Festivus brings laughter and amusement to all attendees. Whether you're looking to create lasting memories with your family and friends, or simply want to immerse yourself in a festive atmosphere, Festivus is the ultimate event. Don't miss out on this unforgettable extravaganza. Come join us at Festivus for the rest of us. And we have our website as well, festivus.now.site. That might be worth actually pulling that up as well here before we're all done. But again, with what you have on EasyWay, if you go to the top here where there's the 9 little dots here that says sites, look at this. All of those different ways to interact. We have our dashboard, the Wall of Fame, the EasyWay Eye, pitch cart, promotion, events, TV, podcast, magazine, images, news, awards, the EasyWay app, look at that, EasyWay store, you got the TV app as an external site. So I know even like what we're doing now is on the podcast page. That is something Kurt's been doing a really good job of sharing what we have going on out and making that invitation available, because that's what it's all about, bringing a community together, because there's already an amazing community happening in the space there with EasyWay. And to be able to bring together all of these great things that are happening and sharing out what each of us is doing, that's how it grows and multiplies and all the great things. Because like with Festivus right now, they just walked out the door to start the scavenger hunt. This is something that has grown over the last, I don't know, at least 20 years we've been doing the scavenger hunt. And I know it's going to disappear as I'm pulling this forward here, but there's a big list of topics here. The whole point is to go out, take pictures that associate with the topic. You got to get creative and figure out what it is that you want to do to represent each topic. And then as you take your pictures, you got to send them in to me. I've got a Google Voice account on here. They text me the picture and I'll be putting this, all the pictures that come in are going to be in a spreadsheet, or not a spreadsheet, a slideshow. At the end of the day here, I will have all the pictures loaded into that slideshow, and that's going to be our entertainment this evening, is seeing all the craziness that everybody has been creating. And then we'll all vote on what we think is our favorite. And then, you know, somebody gets to walk away with the pride of winning the scavenger hunt. So I'm just going to read through real quick and get you guys excited about the things that are happening on the hunt. And this is something we do every year. Right now, this is the 29th annual Festivus that we are doing. I'll give you the backstory in just a moment here, but let me run through this. And then if anybody is interested in actually getting this, I want to share this because this is open to anyone to participate. So if you want to join the hunt, you still have this afternoon to complete as many of these as you can. But I've got a total of 24 on the list here, and it says photos to be taken with at least one person from your team in each picture. First up is the team picture. To earn this point, all team members need to be in the picture, and this is the only one where you can get an extra point because you need to have everybody there. Bonus point if so this is the only one where as long as you turn in a picture, your team will get a point, but there will be a bonus point for whichever of all those pictures end up being voted as the best one. And it says right on here, creativity encouraged. Next up is Winter Olympics. Pick your favorite sport and do a demo. Number 3, think outside the box. Number 4, making faces at or with strangers. Number 5, whoop, there it is. Number 6, unique license plate. Bonus point if it's Seinfeld-esque. So Festivus comes from the comedy Seinfeld. So if you can find a license plate that's unique and has something to do with Seinfeld, that's so much the better. Number 7, giddy up. Number 8, the grass is always greener on the other side. Number 9, close talker. Number 10, utterly ridiculous. Number 11, what's your favorite color? Number 12, this just makes me happy. Number 13, heart of gold. Number 14, wearing the same thing as a mannequin. Number 15, Three Stooges. 16, what goes around comes around. 17, strike a pose. Number 18, oh, I should have switched that around. 17 should have been 17. Number 18 is the number 17. There's a story for that. Number 19 is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Number 20 is feats of strength. 21, did you see the size of that thing? Number 22, it's an uphill battle. Number 23, is this heaven? And number 24, it's a Festivus miracle. So the significance of the number 17, we have for a very long time been having a theme with the topics. We don't really do that so much anymore, but for a while it was easy because, just real quick story, our daughter was supposed to be born March 22nd. She was born on the Friday of Festivus, so February 6th. So she was like 6 weeks early. So she was our Festivus miracle 17 years ago. Her birthday was yesterday. And for a long time, our theme was like when she turned 1, we had all sorts of different topics that had to do with the number 1. And then the next year was on the number 2. So there's always been something to honor her birthday because, I mean, it's awesome that your birthday happens to be on the same weekend as our big family hoopla, family friends extravaganza here. But at the same time, her birthday's with that same weekend all the time. And I never want to be like I'm diluting her birthday because that's something to celebrate. So we've always incorporated that into the hunt. So that's part of our fun. And they're out and about doing that now. And like I said, anybody who wants this, I should just give you, my email is abilityradio@gmail.com. Again, abilityradio@gmail.com. Send me a note. I will send you the list. And this is something we do every year. I actually was going back and found scavenger hunts from past years. I didn't print everything, but I grabbed ones from 2012, 2015, 2018, 19, 22, 24. So we've got lots of different versions, and the stories that come from doing an event like this, going out with people. Sometimes you don't know who you're all going with. Sometimes we've had big groups here and we just kind of divvy people up into different groups, and you'd go with who you have and you make friends real quick, and you all have to find your own creative slant to what you're doing, and it's all about having fun. That's the entire event. So yeah, next year's gonna be the 30th. So we might have to do a little brainstorming to figure out how to make that one extra special. But so Ebony, I was just gonna ask, do you have any groups that you've been working with at all where there's that kind of community kind of aspect, that where have you found that in things that you've done where for me, like I said, this weekend is all about having fun. That's the point of the weekend, is to just let everything be what it is and take time to create the laughter and the good times and the memories. So do you have any connections around where that type of thing is in your corner of the world too, Ebony? Ooh, and I might be asking her when she's not able to unmute there. Marianne, I could ask you the same thing too. Do you, what is it that you all do that, that has that community piece like that? Because I know you're doing so many wonderful things.
Tomorrow I'm going to Super Bowl at the Canadians. They're down the road, so we play cards every Wednesday, and Trisha's here in town, so we've been bebopping around to events, and they got a paint party here on Wednesday nights. And meeting Brennan is just amazing. Listening to his music, and we're gonna have a sound bath at my apartment next Sunday. So again,
Awesome.
I know, I go, yeah, I get excited, and then I go, oh, today I'm like, why did you do that? But we're moving forward. I just think I overdid way too much yesterday, and anyway, yeah. So that's what we're looking for. He made an awesome video, and it's pretty exciting with him being down here. So again, like I said, I contacted the Catamaran people to see if we can do a book signing, and I met Suzanne Pinto. I don't know why she's having a hard time joining us, but maybe next week. And we invited Captain Mary, and that's about it. The weather's been nice, because once it really gets cold, then you really don't want to be out in the wind and stuff and walking and stuff. But we've had great weather, so I've done a lot of decluttering of clothes and donating, and so it feels good. Mental clarity, and it was kind of funny. I'll share a story with you. I was at the hair and nail salon, and are you there? And
Yes.
this lady was talking about some lady who wrote an article way back in the day. I don't remember her name, but was talking about how you used to write everything down and memorize addresses and stuff, and now you don't, because with internet or whatever. And but the one thing you need to memorize is your hair color. And we were at the hair and nail salon, so that's right. Write it down. So anyway, that's what's going on. Oh, I went to the dentist, so I got a great cleaning, and reimbursement is on its way from United Healthcare. So that's one health thing taken care of. I postponed my eyelid surgery till April, when everybody leaves, so I can enjoy these events. And Captain Carla will be here in a couple of weeks, so we'll see if we set sail and if the sailboat's going. But other than that, just got a fake fireplace on and relaxing.
Awesome. Well, here I can pull up, for us, it's all things Festivus right now. We do have a website where people can find info if anyone is looking for that. Festivus.now.site, SITE, is the website, and this is what you see there, and the dates, and so we'll basically go until the Super Bowl is done, or we'll see how long people stay. If we're having fun and playing games, there's been a countdown on here, but let the games begin, because we're in the middle of Festivus right now. If you're not familiar, this all comes from Seinfeld. So this is a picture of one of the characters from Seinfeld. It's an annual event, first full weekend here, and our basic itinerary, letting the games begin yesterday. We created a big soup supper, so people kind of knew what to expect. Saturday, we did brunch this morning, 12 o'clock shakedown at noon Central Time. They're out on the scavenger hunt now. We've got food happening tonight. I know we've got quite a few people who said that they were busy all day for different events going on, but they're going to make it here tonight. Going to do supper, and then the hunt picture judging. So once I can get all the pictures all uploaded into this spreadsheet, I keep saying spreadsheet, slideshow. Once I get them all up there, then we can do the judging, and it's always a good time watching that and seeing the craziness that people have done. We want to take a moment to honor Alana with her birthday, and we've got cake. We got all the fun there as well. She's gonna have a bunch of friends coming out, I believe. That's the thing about Festivus. You never know what you're gonna get. Every year's a little different. We got kind of the same core people, but we have different mix every year, and it's always fun. And then it's just games. We just keep playing games all evening and snacking and doing all the things here. tomorrow we do it all again. We have, whenever people are getting here, we'll have some food going on, get that 12 o'clock shakedown, and then it's just a relaxed day of games, and more games. And like right now, we are on the World of Ability podcast that people can hop on the Zoom and be able to enjoy what we're doing here. Our YouTube channel's listed, and that actually there's a button right here to take you right to our channel. That's our whole thing of if you want to coordinate food, you can click on that button to sign up. Scavenger hunt info, activities, we are in person and on Zoom, and here's a button right here to go right to Zoom. That is a picture from, I don't even know what year that was. I'm trying to estimate, probably 5-ish years ago. I'm seeing people on here who are a little older than that now. Actually, it was more than that. That would have been pre-2020. Anyway, we're sitting around the table here. You can see the snacks, the games, all the fun. And the picture on the right is one of the pictures from the scavenger hunt one year. It's kind of hilarious. You never know what you're going to get. Every time I see that picture, I chuckle because my goodness. And then just us, meet the fam. That's is us with the dog. And we've been doing this, like it says right on here, 20 years plus years of experience in event planning, featuring our very own Festivus miracle, Alana herself. We, I forgot how we worded this. We work tirelessly to make Festivus a success, and we're excited to share the fun with you for a truly unforgettable Festivus experience. That's what it's all about, is just having fun. Oh yeah, don't push this button. Little map to get you to our place. And actually there's even from past years, you can see the scavenger hunt from last year and the year before are both on those sites. If you pop over to those, which let me see if I can quickly do that. It's basically the same all the way through, and then there it was from 2 years ago. No, this one was last year, so sorry. Yeah, Sweet 16th, right? So all the things that we had, balk, 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 that was one of the comments or one of the topics. You just, you know, there's just so much fun to be had in, you just look at the list, and even we had the entire team dancing in a conga line, and that means you would have needed a non-team member to take the pictures. So sometimes we kind of force people to talk to strangers, which some people are happy with, some people aren't, but that's why we have mixed up groups where you'll have a little bit of everything within each group. Some people have no trouble asking strangers to help out. Others might be a little more shy, but that's what makes it fun. Get everybody a little bit outside their comfort zone, and just the whole thing, like I say, I've said it enough times, it's all about having fun, and that is what we do. So we keep it that way on purpose. We put this as the first full weekend in February for a reason. I think a lot of people know that we are involved with Project Die Hard. That particular organization is dedicated to preventing veteran suicide, and that is something where, you know, when people lose hope, people get to a place, an unimaginable place, where they actually are believing that suicide is their best option, and that is not. There's so much to live for. There's so much to hope for and to look forward to, and people struggle with different things. When you think of the course of a year, and we obviously we're hosting this, so we looked at our year, and we know we do water skiing in the summer. We're on a ski team. You get into the fall, school time is starting, and then you get into the holidays with Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Then you know, once you get past New Year's, you know, you're just trying to figure out. Really, we're in Wisconsin, so it's snowy, it's cold. You don't know what you're gonna get for weather January, February, March. You just kind of assume it's gonna be cold, and we're waiting for summer. So that is a big piece of why we chose this first weekend in February to be the time to actually have Festivus. It's an easy thing to remember. It's a time of year where we give people, us included, right? Something to look forward to, something to work towards, to plan for, to make happen. And that's why it has been ongoing for 29 years now. It actually makes my head spin a little when I think it's been that long. It doesn't seem like it could be, but yeah, oh yeah. And at one point, I'm just reaching for this book. This is the Festivus book. It is, let me see if I can do this. Oh, you can, you don't need to see what's written. You just need to see that these are all pages full of doodles and notes and writing, and these are memories. During Festivus, people write down memories, something that made them laugh. Something, let's see, this began in 2005, this book began. And because somebody said, hey, we should write this down so we remember this. And that's how it began. Somebody just made a flippant comment of, oh my gosh, we should write that down. The book is full of that. And we were actually going through this last night. Yeah, one of our friends was here last night that she asked right away, she's like, where's the book? So just flipping through and reliving memories and things that happened so long ago that honestly kind of forgot about until it was mentioned again as we're reading this, like, oh my gosh, yes. Times that we sat here laughing so hard we cried because we're just, tears are flowing, we're laughing so hard. That's getting those endorphins going. And again, why we all look forward to this, because it's all about having fun and connecting. We do the TDC Today Show communities, right? That's another show that we do for the Disability Channel. It's called the TDC Today Show communities. Even this Festivus community that we've created here, it's all about bringing people together. I think that's been a theme with what we do and what we've been doing and what we are doing and what we're going to continue doing with what we do here with World of Ability podcast. We're bringing people together because it's so important to do that. We all have our pieces in life that we've experienced and that we have knowledge in. That's like with what Phil was talking about earlier with Helpopedia. You don't know what you don't know. And the more you can connect with others and create that synergy, you know, what one person can do is great. When you get two heads together, you can synergize so much more. And the more people you bring into that community, oh my gosh, so much good can happen. So, yeah, Marianne, did you have something? Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just another event that's going to be coming up is Michael Hummel's podcast.
Yes.
And we have Zach Clayton, February 22nd, with Pay It Forward. So lots of good things are happening this month. And need to make some videos for Zach so he can post it. He's going to be doing the show for 22 hours straight or something like that.
Actually, I'm popping over to his website now. That's always a good one to just share. And I haven't shared his on here for quite a while. So let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward. His website is communitypayitforward.us. And this is what you're seeing here. Let us help you find what you're looking for. There's a lot of information here. You can find out directly about what the organization is and does. We got freedom partners, mission partners. He's got the podcast pulling. I gotta think here. Oop, actually, we got Santa Papa John joining us. But the PAC podcast, Community Dare to Care, frequently asked questions. There is a lot on here, and Zach is doing amazing work. If you're not familiar with him and what he does, get familiar with it because he's doing great things. Again, part of a community piece here that is so important. And you can become a partner, schedule a meeting. You can do all these things right on his site. He's got it all at your fingertips. And like you were saying, on the 22nd of this month, he is going to be doing a 22-hour long podcast. Oh, look at this. Community Pay It Forward is Santa approved. And speaking of Santa approved, I'm pretty sure I just saw Santa joining us. Santa Papa John.
Let's hit the right buttons.
So good to see you.
How you doing, young lady?
I am fabulous. Happy Festivus! This Festivus
Woo-hoo!
week.
You know what? I don't have an email address for you.
For me?
For you, I will send you my press release and you can share it to your community.
That would be fabulous. I
Because
am
I am getting a
abilityradio@gmail.
lot of interest for my story time. There we go.
Yeah, I can always be reached at abilityradio@gmail.com. That's anything related to what we do with World of Ability. That is the best place to send things. abilityradio@gmail.com. Yeah,
I
because you
am,
have a lot going on, Santa. It's not Christmas, but you're
well, if you seen my post the other day, and I will hang on. What is going on? There, let's put it full screen. That would make a difference. Let me pull up a poster and
is it letting you share? I want to make sure I've got it set so that you can.
okay, just give me a minute. Come on, computer. Gotta love it
Technology
when
is
it
wonderful. I know you're working on bringing that up. I was just explaining a bit about Festivus because that's going on this weekend, and the crew is out doing the scavenger hunt as we speak. So
Really?
this is their list, and they're checking it twice so that they can catch
Awesome.
all of the wonderful topics that they get to take pictures of with for feats of strength, heart of gold, utterly ridiculous. These are all topics that they get to do this time around.
There. Are you seeing that?
I love it. I've not seen that one.
Okay. What does Santa do in the off season? Well, he reads stories, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. I'm getting a lot of interest. In fact, I had a nurse from Australia going, as part of my training, I had to go spend time with shut-ins at nursing homes and in the hospitals and stuff like that, and just spending time with them, listening to them, telling the stories, letting them tell stories, brought so much smiles and giggles and laughter to her life and their life. When she heard that I was doing this, she was just blown away. She said, I'm going to share this with so many people in Australia. It was awesome. In fact, she reached out last night and said, got an issue, what's going on? So I got that quickly fixed. And but yes, story time is really starting to generate a big buzz, because I can do it for nursing homes, senior care, group homes that have autistic children in them, and create some smiles and giggles and laughter for those residents in there that not necessarily get to meet a lot of people, see a lot of people, interact with a lot of people. So I'm starting to get a lot of buzz about it, and I'm quite excited about it. And it's very, very price friendly. So I've created a wonderful program that's going to be, that's off the screen. You've seen it? No.
I can see your picture yet there. There we
Okay,
go.
I will stop sharing. There. So
I
now
love
it's
that
back.
your website's right above your head there, so people can find more info nice and easy that way.
Yes, absolutely. And so I'm excited. In fact, I was just on a 2.5 hour meeting with a gentleman from Scotland that is, we're going to do some networking together. He's going to share me a bunch of people in nursing homes in Scotland that he knows of, and fundraising places in Scotland. So yes, I can reach
Exciting.
all over the world and create some giggles and laughter and smiles and have fun. So there's a lot of buzz about this one, and I don't know where it's going to go, Sue, but I'm pretty excited about this, because Santa does things off season besides telling people who they're Santa approved, and doing happy birthday videos and giggles and laughters. And don't forget my cookbooks and my t-shirts and my coloring books. So I got lots of things going on, and I'm having fun and meeting a lot of new people. This week I had a lot of new networking stuff, and that led to some one-on-ones, which was able to share some more information about story time with Santa. That, is back to creating a buzz. And every Wednesday night, I read stories online for free, and I'm starting to generate some followers with that. So, we'll see where this goes. I'm having fun and creating some buzz around the world. So I'm having fun.
Awesome. That's what it's all about. You're doing so much good. It's fun. It's uplifting. It is creating smiles. And who doesn't need more of that? I just love what you do.
I looking at my stats on YouTube for my daily videos. I do a daily video to promote happiness, positivity. It's not about selling. It's not about selling me. It's about, hey, you get out of bed in the morning, you put your feet on the ground, you have a choice. Are you going to be miserable and grumpy like Mr. Kurt? Okay. Most of the time, he's a great guy. All the time, he's a great guy. But, we all have our moments with attitudes. And I'm not saying I'm any different. But the other choice is putting your feet on the floor and saying, I'm going to be happy and cheerful and positive. And I think we need to do more of that. We need to share more of that and just create a buzz in the world about smiling and being happy. Enough of the grumpiness, enough of the I hate the world attitude, because sorry to say, the world sucks right now and we need to change it. And how do we change it? One step at a time by saying, Sue's going to have a great day today. I'm going to have a great day today. Kurt's going to have, Marianne, and if we all share a smile with someone that we don't know today, it's going to change the world one smile at a time.
Yes. Yes. I love it.
Absolutely. So,
Do you know
what's going on in the Festivus world?
Oh, Festivus world. Well, last night was games. We did some in person. We did some online. So in the Zoom room, we've got some games that we can. We just did discover that we are officially not dumber than a box of rocks. So that was a good thing.
Cool.
It's just out of reach here. I'm reaching for it. There's actually a game. Are you dumber than a box of rocks?
That would be Minnesota. Are you part of the lambs and rocks and cows part of the population, or are you part of the other population?
Yeah, this one, it's just the gist of it is the answer to every question is either going to be 0, 1, or 2. Every question. So you have
that's why Kurt would yell 3 all the time?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because we have so you as the entire group, all the humans, has to come up with an agreed answer. Is it 0, 1, or 2? And then there's 2 rocks in the box that you shake it up, and depending on which side, it's kind of like a heads or tails thing. Either you'll have 0, one of them will be up with the number 1, so then the box of rocks is 1, or they both are up with the number 1, so then that means 2. So either 0, 1, or 2 based on what the box rolls. So it's just random. Here, I can give you the visual of it so that makes more sense. So the rock has a 0 side and a 1 side. So you shake it up and the
Kurt
box
wouldn't even
will tell
have to take his socks off.
So we were officially smarter than the box of rocks.
Cool.
But it was fun. It's just silly because the questions that are in there, you're not going to know these answers, probably. But it's fun. It's simple. We've got other games that will definitely be brought out this evening as we get a larger group, because there should be a pretty good crowd here this evening. We had lots of people that had activities during the day and said they're going to come tonight. We'll have the scavenger hunt picture viewing. And again, it's all about having fun. And I don't know if you know this backstory. Do you know about Smiling Sue?
No,
I don't think I've ever
so.
mentioned this one. So Kurt and I met in college. We actually were moving into the same dorm. We were in the same, what they call house in the dorm. And on the first day that we were all there, they had a group meeting with everybody in the house, and we played the name game. Our guy that was in charge said, okay, so you're going to go around. First person, you have to come up with whatever word you want to go that has the same first letter as your name. So I was Smiling Sue. That's how I introduced myself that day. And then everybody had to remember the names. Kurt was kicking Kurt because, he's always kicking it around. So from forever, Smiling Sue. So I'm actually starting that. I'm going to let you know right now. Not that long ago, I started. I'm going with hashtag Smiling Sue on things I'm doing because
Cool.
I agree with you. The whole idea of smiling, the more smiles you share, the more happiness that's out there. If you meet somebody that doesn't have a smile, give them yours.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
It's such a powerful movement that is so simple that even,
Yes.
anybody can realize it's that simple. We don't have to draw, crayon sticks, diagrams to say, hey, this is what a smile is all about. You can share one every single day.
I love that. Oh, thank you so much for that. And I see, actually, we've got Dr. Ebony Baker hopping on here with us. Have you two met yet? I don't know if you
I
have.
don't think we have.
Ebony, are you there? You want to come on in and say hello? You can introduce yourself to Santa Papa John. See if she's in a spot where she can actually unmute and say hi here.
And where is she from?
I believe she actually lives out in California. Now that I say that, I'm like doubting myself. We know her through the Easy Way group. So from the Easy Way Pitch Party, she actually works a lot with the organization, and she's wonderful. So you two
I
should
met
meet.
the gentleman that owns the Easy Way the other day in a networking group, and
Excellent. Yeah,
yes,
it's
we
that
had a
that
quick
is
conversation, and we were talking about On the Mark TV and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So that's my plan for this evening, because I can't do it tomorrow because Super Bowl is happening. But I got to
Oh,
read
yeah.
some more stories because Mark is going to allow me to get my stories on one of the TV channels for children. Yes, so we're going to
Awesome.
get excited about that. So, it takes a little bit more editing because of I need a QR code and I need the words across the screen. So it involves a little bit more editing and a little bit more fun. So that's my plan for this evening is to, not have a life at Saturday night and read some stories to myself so I can record them and in the right version, because a lot of my stories are recorded in a short form, so just the up down. I need the short and wide version, and have them ready so that they can be screened on regular TV.
How
So I'm
cool is that?
excited to see where that's going to go. I was just on a great call with a gentleman that I network with from Scotland, and he's coming up with some really cool ideas, and he's big into supporting nonprofits and help them fundraise money. So I've got some ideas to share there with some people, and it's really cool. Lots of activity going on, let me tell you. But
I love it.
back to the stories. It's not only Australia, it's Scotland, it's around the country. I'm sending people my press release on a proverbial one-on-one, and the comments that I'm getting are coming back are going, wow, this is so awesome. This is taking Santa to the whole next level, and I'm pretty excited to see where it can go. So pretty excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
This is going to
And
be a great year.
I'm going to do it on a Zoom format platform so I can go anywhere in the world. Like the lady from Australia goes, well, how would you read stories? On a Zoom, at 7 o'clock in the evening. For me, that's 10 o'clock in the morning in Australia. Perfect time for stories with Santa. And, in Scotland, 9 o'clock in the morning for me is 3 o'clock time. Perfect for tea and biscuits, because they don't say tea and cookies in Scotland and England. They say tea and biscuits. So it would be perfect time for stories with Santa at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with tea and biscuits. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We'll figure out a time. We'll figure out how to get some smiles and giggles and laughter to your types of residents, regardless of what they were. And autistic residents, those are big ones in the fact that they love to be timed regularly. So if you say it's going to be every Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they know they're going to be ready in front of that big TV watching, waiting for Santa to come on at 10 to. So at 1 o'clock, I can come onto the screen and read them a story and give them some laughter. So regardless of the time and where you are, let's have a conversation so I can share some wonderful stories.
Excellent. Well, I think there's somebody coming up, and that's for the dog in the background, if you hear. But can you tell us, I think you're working with Zach Clayton on the event that's coming up on February 22nd. Can you share a
Sure
little more about
am. You sure am. And I caught it just as you were telling everybody about this. Folks, you need to get involved with this. This is such an amazing telethon for such a positive, good reason, folks. 22 hours Zach's going to be on the air to signify, unfortunately, 22 people that we lose, veterans that we lose every single day, because, well, there's many different reasons, unfortunately, but one of them is as simple as saying, hi, how's your day going? You're having a shitty day? Let's have a conversation. They want to be heard. They want to have conversation. They want someone to listen to them. And this 22-hour telethon is going to be all about that, reaching out to not just veterans, but veteran people, people that suffer from PTSD and other similar ugly circumstances that we all see our veterans suffer, which is way too many that unfortunately they decide to, end their whatever you want to call it at this stage of the game. So folks, if you want more information, get a hold of me, get a hold of Sue, and we'll be gladly, or Kurt, or anybody else that is associated with the Community Pay It Forward program, because this is such an important event that is going to open up some eyes.
I love that Zach is doing that and that you're working with him on it too. It is so worthwhile. It's something that we need to bring more attention to, because unless you're in the know, you really
Yep.
don't understand the extent to which suicide is an issue, especially within the veteran community. It's a ridiculously high percentage that are facing this in their life, and they're
Yeah.
making the decision to end their life. And until it hits home somehow, if you know somebody, or if you tell it really comes to a person to be able to appreciate what that means. It's not just a number. It's like,
No.
I'm sorry, but that's somebody's friend. That's somebody's family member. That's one is too many. And
One is too many.
there's, if you go off the popular statistic of 22 a day, from what we've been told over and over, that's only about half of the actual number.
Yeah, we've been discussing, and in our conversations, unfortunately, we've heard it can be as high as between the numbers of 40 and 50 a day. And, we need to all work together to figure out a way to help these veterans, a way to help these soldiers that gave their all so that we can do what we love doing.
Exactly.
They've given us our freedom to share laughter and giggle and smiles, and meanwhile they're curled up in a little ball in a corner of their apartment or their house because nobody wants to help them, or nobody is willing to help them at that precise I almost thought I was talking like Kurt there for a minute. Anyway, we all love Kurt. Kurt's a character. But folks, it's as simple as that. We need to pay more attention. We need to give them more of our ears, because that's sometimes all they want. Someone to listen to them ramble on about their problems, how they are being unfairly treated, and they have the impression that nobody cares. We care. You care. Sue cares. Kurt, Sarah, Marianne, everybody that we network with cares.
Yeah.
And we need to share that so Joe Q Public and Marianne Joe Q Public will start caring about these people as well.
With you 100%. So, so grateful for what you do and that you recognize that and you're doing above and beyond to make a difference in that arena. So, huge thank you to what you're doing to you for all those things that you are doing with the veterans and you're making a difference. I love
Well,
it.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
One story at a time, one smile at a time, one day at a time.
You got it. And one person at a time. If that's that whole story of the kid that is at the beach and sees thousands of starfish that have washed up on the beach and he starts throwing them back out in the water and somebody comes along and is saying, you can't save them all. Why are you doing that? You're never going to be able to really make a difference. He's like, yeah, picks one up, throws it out there. I made a difference for that one.
Yeah.
You never know whose life you're going to touch along the way. And if you can make a difference, even for one, it was
Even
all
for
worth
one,
it.
all you got to do is try and sit and pay attention.
Yeah.
Give up 10 minutes of your precious time, whatever you're doing, to take a phone call, to watch a video, to listen to a video, to listen to someone talk about what's going on in their life, what's going on in their world. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, sometimes that can be a difference because they're looking for attention.
Yeah. They need something and you could be that something for them. You
Yep,
just never know.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, so Ebony, I know is in the background here yet. I'm just checking in to see if you had any last thoughts you would like to share with us. If you're able to unmute and join us for a moment. I'm not sure if it's timing is working, but I'm checking in.
Hi, I'm here. I'm here.
Awesome.
Don't mind me. I got a house full of kids today.
Oh my
Woohoo!
goodness.
Look
Well,
at me
do you
going
know you
grandma
got
over
Santa
here.
on the screen?
I got a house full of kids. They just got picked up. So luckily, Santa, you can regroup your thoughts.
Lots of recruiting.
So, Ebony, you want to, I know we're coming up on the end of our time here, but if you want to take a quick moment, introduce yourself to Santa Papa John, and then Santa, you can introduce yourself back to Ebony. But Ebony, why don't you go ahead?
Yes, Papa John, I know we've connected before, I think either with the No More 9 to 5 or the Easy Way family, probably last year sometime. So it's so good to see your face. I am growing right now in the financial services. We are doing on right now getting grant funding done for you, the financial services world, health and wellness, all kinds of fun stuff. I'm currently working along the side with Eric as his affiliate directing marketer and getting connected with people that way, helping anyone in the Easy Way app stay connected or get connected with more people is what I'm currently working on.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
And I met Eric again at a networking event the other day, and I said, I know you guys have some good training that, Kurt and Mark are pushing me towards, and each time either I'm busy or I suddenly forget and it's halfway through and going, oh crap, I got to get that on my calendar so I remember. But I am Santa Papa John. I read stories. It's now the off season for Santa, but that doesn't mean I stopped doing what I do. I do many different things. I promote happiness and positivity. I share smiles and giggles and laughter. Well over 100,000 followers on social media. But my big promotion right now is stories. And I read stories not only to families and businesses, but I do it online for free every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central. There's posts all over my social media. And now I want to read stories to nursing homes and senior care and group homes that have autistic children and regular group homes, because those residents in there deserve to smile, giggle, and laughter. And I've come up with a 1-hour interactive game plan that I can promote all around the world. So there's no reason, there's only excuses why you're not getting a hold of me.
Oh, I love that. I definitely want to get connected with you. It's funny that you say that. I just got connected with this dear customer of mine. He's about 85 years old and he writes children's books, and he would like to get with the community like-minded with him. So I'm definitely going to connect you guys. His name is
Awesome.
Ken Russell. Yeah. And he looks like he's been in entertainment and stuff throughout his life. It looks like he has quite a bit of a list. So I'm super excited to work with him. He's right here in my hometown and he's in his little wheelchair and he's like, I would really like to publish this kid's book. Can you help me with that? And I was like, well, of course I can. So
Awesome.
that's exciting.
I love it. Seeing connections being made and progress and smiles being shared around. That's again, all what this is about, being able to make a difference and get the word out. So
Yes.
we are coming up on the end here. It's Festivus weekend. So again, it's all about having fun. So take time to have fun over the course of this weekend. Make it a priority.
Ebony, I just looked us up. We are friends already on LinkedIn. I will send you my
Message.
press release that I did for my stories.
Oh, I can't wait to share it with Ken Russell. He's going to love it.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Hello, Helen. How are you today?
I feel good. Da 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 da. So
That's awesome.
also flying around the world, and we can all tap in and spread joy in our own way. So I love offering the grandmother clause, which is a legal term, so that everybody knows that they have access to the community nursing project that I spent 40 years getting all my credentials for and proving the concept, how it works with people of all ages, holistic wellness, and then with community service learning projects, all the volunteer ways that Kurt and Sue have been serving, those are all counted in time banks. So Kurt and Sue, I don't know, Sue, are you still a member of the Milwaukee Time Bank? So wherever there's a nonprofit that needs collecting the hours, we can do matching grants. So anybody who comes on, like with the Helpopedia, you weren't on here yet when Phil was here, but we're all working with that project, Helpopedia, to flesh out all the ways that people can get support in the now. So the gift that I gave this on the 3rd, I bought the content creator for Wellness Weavers channel, as well as the channel. So we'll have a place where people can come together and do our basic courses so that the affiliates can then begin to build their network and of learning, connecting to the learning they need, the help that they need at that point in time. So I say every day is Thankmas. It starts over at midnight in our time zones, and we have the opportunity to be gifts to each other. And so thank you so much. Onward as we all spread our joy. And Sue, I'm waiting for that list. I pulled together my team so we can go out and get some fun photos.
Awesome. I will email
Thank
that to
you.
you as soon as we hop off of here. That's perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. So go out and have fun this weekend. Enjoy time with friends, with family, and just keep smiling. I absolutely love it. You guys are the best. I appreciate you more than you know. For all of us here with the World of Ability Podcast Network, we absolutely are looking forward to all the things that this week will bring, including Stories with Santa on Wednesday and